Montevideo was absolutely fantastic. We had a really super time here. We're in our Uber. We are now headed to the airport, and the next stop is Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Weather forecast says maybe rain. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Rio, here we come. Well, we made it to Rio. We're in our Uber headed downtown. We should be there in about half an hour, and yeah, then we'll start exploring. There's no sunshine today, which is a little bit disappointing, but that's okay. We'll find our way around without the sun. Honey, you're in Rio.
I am, be careful. Put the phone away.
So we are on the sandy beach of Rio de Janeiro. Right behind us is the fan zone. And we just walk this way a little bit. The beach is just over there to our left. This is going to be a good time. How cool is this, honey? This is beautiful, huh?
Very pretty, very pretty.
Waves are crashing in, kids are on the beach and everything. We'll just do a quick turn around here. It is just really nice. So, here's to Brazil. Cheers, honey.
Cheers, honey.
We didn't make the fan zone back there, but we got ourselves a lovely little cafe. We're sitting outside, people walking by, TV screen in front of us. This is going to be fun. Well, it's getting a little closer to game time, maybe about 30 minutes. There's a whole bunch of firecrackers going off in the street, lots of bangs and crashes, and there's tons of people now with the yellow of Brazil on. We've got a great seat in a restaurant here. There's a TV over on that side, and a TV over on that side, and the streets are just turning up to be lively, lively, lively. At halftime, I walked up to Copacabana Beach to check it out.
It was pretty crowded up there, but it was also extremely hot that day and no shade in the fan zone. So we were quite happy to be back at our restaurant, having a beer, having some food. We decided to share our table with Arthur and Clara. We kind of became good friends over a couple of days, and they joined us the next day for a game as well.
Look like we're sitting on a train, because we are. That was quite the ride this morning with Dennis, the Uber driver. No seatbelts, but we got here safe and sound. We are now on the tram heading up, up, up. There's the other train coming down. So we made it to Jesus Christ, the Redeemer. We are on top. This place is pretty busy, but there are views all over the place. So I'm going to switch the camera around and give you a view beyond the people. Sugarloaf, Copacabana Beach, What do you think, honey?
Oh my gosh. It is absolutely beautiful, stunning,
Yeah.
gorgeous, peaceful, looking up at Jesus.
Yeah, it's very cool. The views are
Yes.
absolutely spectacular. It's pretty crowded up here, but everyone's nice and polite and letting everyone take photos and stuff like that. So yeah, very, very cool. This is the little chapel at the base and at the back, and I think there's a baptism going on in there right now.
Assim como nós perdoamos a quem nos tem ofendido. E não nos deixeis cair em tentação, mas livrai do mal. Amém.
So today is our last full day here in Rio de Janeiro. Today we are headed up to Sugarloaf. Many people think that it is even better than Christ the Redeemer. The views are spectacular. So yeah, we're going to go check that out. We've got an Uber coming in about 2 minutes. See you in a bit. There it goes. Says through here, take the first one up to here, look about, and then we'll catch the next one up to the top of Sugarloaf. The view is spectacular, but this little bugger caught our eye. It's windy up front. Well, how freaking cool is this, man? Golly. You know, in TripAdvisor, a lot of people said that they thought that this was better than Christ the Redeemer for the view and stuff. And I absolutely,
For the view, for sure. Yeah.
absolutely would agree. It is absolutely stunning up here. We got here on a nice day, sun shining, all the boats are down below us in the city. It is just absolutely spectacular. Warm enough for this little bugger to be moving around up here. Not going to move for me now.
legend at this location, and if you pass between the trunks and your wish you cannot buy with money, then it is supposed to come true. So I'm headed through. It's grass. We're getting ready to head on down, catch the cable car down again. Yeah, this was super duper duper. Way to go, Harry Kane! Tune up in England.
The cathedral was built between 1964 and 79 and is dedicated to Saint Sebastian, the patron saint of Rio de Janeiro. With architecture inspired by the Mayan pyramids of Mexico, the conical shape is believed to give proximity to God. 4 stained glass windows run from floor to ceiling, forming a cross at the top. Acoustics here are said to be heavenly.
So we're at the airport hours early, and all the way along the console here there are different TVs, and now there's a very large group of people watching the game, but you can tell there's different time lapses because Brazil's just scored, and farther down that way all the crowd cheered out, laughed, cheering and stuff, and then we watched it here maybe 7 seconds later, and then on this TV right next to us they were 3 seconds behind us. And then about 30 seconds after that, another group down there cheered as well. So it's kind of interesting. You have to just kind of tune it out and watch the TV you're watching. So, a long time ago, I hiked the Appalachian Trail from Georgia to Maine. And along the way are shelters that people sleep in, and in those shelters are journals, and people write things and express things and say hi. That's how people communicate up and down the trail. Well, one entry has stuck with me all these years, and it was a long time ago. This guy talked about, and I'm going to condense it down, he said basically there are 2 types of travelers. There are those people who like to have everything planned. Where the flight's going, how they get in a taxi, which museums they're going to from 9 o'clock till 11 o'clock, which restaurants they're eating at. They have every single detail of it planned. They want to be in control of their trip. The other side of the coin are those people who adopt, for want of a better word, a more casual, relaxed approach. What they understand is that every trip has a pulse. Every trip has a life. And sometimes you have to just give that over to the trip. Let it live a little, so to speak. Laura and I were just talking. We have had a spectacular time on our trip and 0 problems. We have just smashed it out of the park.
until today, when the trip decided to impose a little bit of an adventure. Our flight from Rio de Janeiro was an hour and a half late taking off, which put us into Sao Paulo too late to catch our connecting flight to Chicago. So Gol Airlines has put us up in a hotel with meals and taxis there and back. We are rescheduled tomorrow for the same time, so it's going to be another long day today. We were at the airport at noon for a 7 o'clock flight because we had to be out of our Airbnb. Here, they've given us checkout at 7 o'clock. So, I share this because if you are a control freak of your trip, try to relax. Sometimes things are going to happen, and it's a lot easier if you let it roll. What do you say about that, Laura?
Let it roll.
Let it roll, she said.